Well guys, this is going to be magic. This is the second video in today that I'm doing the audio for. It doesn't happen very often, but when it does, it's great. I'm just kidding, it's not going to be that good. Mostly because these sit down and just talk over video audios that I do are not the best content I could probably come up with. Probably if I sat down and wrote out hey, I'm going to talk about this and this and that and this, then it'd be better, but I sadly do not do that. So you guys get me on the fly, off the cuff, off the chain. Here we go. I actually just saw some stuff online. If you've listened to me talking at all or whatnot, I'm a wrestling guy. I do professional wrestling, New Japan, Ring of Honor. I don't watch a lot of Impact. I should, because I hear it's really good nowadays, but I don't. WWE I don't watch as much anymore. I used to watch a bunch of it, but then in the past 5 years roughly, it's kind of started to go downhill. Now I just kind of watch it because I cherry pick what I want to watch, because they have a lot of talent of people that I really enjoy watching wrestle, but they don't do anything with them, or what they do with them isn't very motivating for me to want to watch. And then some of the people that I think they should do stuff with, they don't do. Anyway, that's a whole can of worms that we'll probably go into in a different video, but for right now, yeah, I'm a wrestling guy. So when I was checking some news for wrestling today, like I normally do, I go to a couple different sites, Cage Side, Wrestling Inc., stuff like that, and I check for news to see what's happening in the world of professional wrestling, because I like to delve real deep into it. I'm in the hey, I like to know who makes the decisions, so I can kind of get a feel of okay, this is going to happen, that's going to happen, okay, stuff like that. I'm more of the how the sausage is made kind of person versus the, oh man, the sausage is really good. And while I was looking at that, one of the sites I go to, Wrestling Inc., has UFC news on it. I'm like, okay, this, UFC probably just had a show. They usually cover the big ones. They're like, oh yeah, UFC 229 results. I'm like, okay, sure, I'll give this a gander. So I look at it, and it's like, oh, it's got Conor McGregor in it. Okay, I'll go to his match, because, I'm just following what little bit I do know about UFC. Okay, he seems to be a fairly entertaining individual to watch, compete, and smack talk and stuff. So I'm like, okay, I'll follow that. So I got on this rabbit hole, and I'm in the main event of UFC 229 looking at results, and I'm reading breakdowns of the thing, and they're talking about how, McGregor's holding his hand, which is illegal, and he's doing this, that, and the other thing, and I'm looking at scores, I'm looking at the breakdown. I'm doing what I do for wrestling, but I'm doing it for UFC now, and I'm looking at it, and I'm going, and then I get to the end, and it goes, and then McGregor taps out. I'm like, okay, cool, no big deal, it's whatever, I don't care, because I'm not a UFC person, really. And they're like, oh yeah, and then Nurmagomedov, or whatever his name is, his opponent, jumps the cage and goes after one of his cornermen. What? Oh, and then some of his guys jump in and start beating out McGregor, and I'm like, nuh-uh. This is exciting news. This is new and exciting. Alrighty. So I start going, so then I go to my old fallback for a lot of stuff. I go to YouTube, because, I'm not going to go and pay $50 to watch the end of the pay-per-view, which is probably already doctored up because they don't want people to see it. So I go to YouTube, and I'm looking, I'm scrolling through, and I've watched 3 or 4 videos now of this, and it's literally he taps out McGregor, he stands up, Nurmagomedov walks across the cage, he's all pumped up, he's doing his fist pumping, harumphing across the cage, because he's all psyched. He defended his title and he won and whatnot. And then he gets to the other side of the cage, and he looks out, he starts pointing, and some guys push him away from the cage, hey, don't go over there. And he's pointing, and you can tell he's jaw-jacking with somebody on the outside, and then all of a sudden he just pushes the guys to one side, runs the other way, jumps over the cage, hop, skip, he's up on the cage, he's over, he jumps from the top of the cage onto a guy in the 5th row, and I lose him, because obviously a lot of the shots I'm getting are from 15 rows up, 20 rows up, and farther back. So it's so all I see is he jumps off onto this guy in the 5th row. They both disappear into the crowd. Everybody's going, oh! McGregor stands up. He runs towards the cage because he's gonna get some stuff going on. He's gonna get up out there and help his his buddy who was his corner man, and then like 3 dudes jump in the cage from Nurmagomedov's team, and one dude in a red shirt that looks like he's got a blue sweatshirt tied around his waist just comes up behind McGregor and just starts throwing bones in his face. I'm like, where is this shit? Shenanigans. So now I'm fully hooked on this. I'm looking into news articles specifically about it. I'm reading backstories and this, that, and the other thing. I still don't know why they did it or whatnot. Dana White's freaking out because they just signed that new deal with ESPN, and it's gonna look really, really bad on the company. Like, oh hey, one of your champs just won, jumped out of the cage, beat up a guy, and then his team came in to fight one of of your competitors. So basically you have unsanctioned people fighting in the ring and stuff. Yeah, it's going to be it's a whole shit show for him. Like, everybody else is looking at it going like, okay. I saw one article where the guy's like, that was a great pay-per-view. Like, all the matches were good. There was great comebacks. There was good storytelling in all the fights. This, that, and the other thing. Who would have seen it? Like, that main event was amazing, but nobody's going to remember any of the show because all they're going to see is Nurmagomedov jumping the cage to go beat up a cornerman while 3 guys jump in to beat on Conor McGregor, who's already down. And I'm just like, you're not even wrong. It'd be like getting to the end of WrestleMania and then like 4 fans with knives come in and just start stabbing a guy. Like, nobody's going to remember any of the WrestleMania stuff. All they're going to remember is 4 guys jumped in and stabbed a guy.
We underestimated the families of the Strip.
Anyway, that's my rant on that. On the UFC 229 shenanigans and all of my last like basically 10 or 15 minutes of nothing but reading news articles and whatnot.
The self-proclaimed master of New Vegas.
All right, so I got all that out of my system. So let's go back and talk about no, I'm just kidding. Let's not go back and talk about wrestling. We're gonna keep going forward instead of backwards. We'll go backwards in another video. Yeah.
When the NCR came to the Mojave,
actually, you know what? That was perfect time. Go.
We raided their caravans,
are any of you guys
their camps,
UFC fans, MMA fans, Bellator, any of that? Or are you wrestling fans? Do you watch ROH, New Japan, WWE?
When our children, our sick
Impact,
and old, fled through a nearby
anything
pass,
else? I think I've seen Wrestle Circus on YouTube, no, they're on Twitch, and I think they just started going to YouTube.
That we have sworn to take revenge
yeah, so let me know in the comments below. I'm interested to see like if you guys are
we will crush them.
Combat sport fans or wrestling fans or sports entertainment fans or whatever you want to classify your brand of physical altercation event watching as.
Why should I do this for you?
Yeah. Oh, I just lost an entire train of thoughts. There, I was gonna look at, or I was looking at something on my shelf, and I'm like, yeah, we could just roll on into that from this. Completely blanked on it.
I won't hear any more talk against Caesar or his alliance. The great Khans will answer Caesar's call to war,
yes,
and the NCR will pay for their crimes.
Okay, so serious question here. Anime. Do you watch it? If you do, I would love to know what your favorite anime is and what the most exciting anime or the most invested anime you are currently watching is. Basically, like the anime you are watching right now that you are the most invested in. It doesn't have to be a brand new anime. It doesn't have to be fall, winter, whatever the heck season it is of anime. The anime you are watching right now that you are the most invested in. It could be something that you've watched 20 times and you just love the shit out of. I want to know. You should tell me in the comments below because I am an anime person. Yeah, that's right. I said it. I watch anime. I watch the shit out of anime. JoJo's Bizarre Adventure took me a little while to get into it. Had to skip season 1. Then I watched season 2. Yeah, I watched season 2 because season 2 was Joseph when he was a young man with the ripple fighting the Aztec gods of fitness.
I'd like to talk to you about that for a moment.
Yeah, so I like me some JoJo.
You want to convince Papa
some Attack on Titan, I know.
Caesar, right? Trust me.
Right now, it looks like I'm just watching the popular ones. I also enjoy the, I couldn't become a hero, so I got a day job.
Caesar as the path to that restoration.
I like Spice and Wolf.
But he's not a tyrant.
I forget what it's called, like the full big long name, but I just refer to it as Mayu.
And Melissa.
With the adorable,
that allying with Caesar is a bad idea, you might be able
redheaded
to sway him.
demon lord. Overlord's pretty good too, and I have to catch up on that one still.
You'd have to talk to them, but those two have been thick as
Other
thieves
animes
since
that I
they were
really
kids.
enjoy watching.
Convince
Let's
one,
see.
and the other will come around.
If you want to go real old school, not really Japanese anime, but like Batman the
Melissa.
Animated Series, that was always a pretty
She's
good
a
one
bit
for
of a
me.
dreamer. Last time she was in
I
camp,
also
Carl
enjoyed
filled her
watching
head with
like
stories
Angry
of
Beavers and
serving
stuff
the
like that,
Legion
but those are
as a
more cartoons
speculatore.
as opposed to anime.
Personally, I've never seen a woman in
Then
Legionnaires armor, so
There's
I
a
have
bunch
my
of animes that
doubts.
I have on my list of like things I should watch, but I didn't. Oh god,
Good.
what is the one with
one more thing.
oh crap,
Caesar's
I can't think of the
representative,
name of it
Carl,
now.
has become fast friends with Papa. Carl's the one who has him so
No,
fixated
darn it.
on this alliance.
Do enjoy
You'll
me some
probably have an
Macadamia
easier
Nut
time
too,
with things if you can
or
find
some
a
My
way to
Hero
get him out of the
Academia.
picture.
If you want to be full name on it, I just call it Macadamia Nut because I feel like that's a funnier
Carl
and
talks
more
prettily about the
anime
honor and
tropey kind of
nobility
name
the great
for it.
Khans, but I suspect his actual opinion is less
Darn
flattering.
it! Nah, why?
Maybe you could find something.
Why
he
can I
wrote
not
that
think of it?
expresses that opinion.
Darn it! It's
Or
Tiny
trick him
Tiger.
into losing his cool in the longhouse right in front of Papa.
I don't know. For some reason, I keep
I
going
would
back to
too, if
Todoroki,
I
and that's
were
why I
you.
transitioned into My Hero Academia. But
It's good to have you here.
Toga.
What can I do for you?
But darn it, it's not. Her name starts with a T. She's the Tiny Tiger. She's really
What do you
angry.
wanna know?
Crap, why can I not? Oh man, that's gonna be fun. Cause you guys probably just heard that. Oh, darn it. Darn it, darn it, darn it, darn it, darn it. Oh crap, this is gonna bug me now. And the best part is it'll come back in like the next video. I'll just be like talking about something, and all of a sudden I'll be like, "That's it!" And you'll hear this big ass clap because I'll like because I'll clap my hands together and I'll be like, "That was the name of the anime." But for some reason I can't think about it. Oh crap, Meanerine is her best friend, but why can I not think of the anime now? Darn it! If you guys can think of it, let me know, because it's gonna bug the crap out of me. Just, darn it. Okay, other animes. Not the one I can't think of, other animes. Hanabeto is pretty good. Hanabeto, I think, is the badminton one that's currently this season, which is pretty awesome.
You're not one
Like, I
of
don't
my
give a shit
regulars.
about
What do
badminton,
you
but it's
want?
cool. I like the animation style in it in the show.
Hey,
Maybe
it's not
Abyss.
like I'm super
Everybody said it was
attached
really,
to
really good.
CBs
I
or
just never
anything.
could get into
But
it.
if it'll stop
Like
with
the
patrols
art
from
style
the
to
rest
it,
of
and the
my
fact that
runners,
it's like,
I'm all for it.
I don't really care for like the super Mega Man-y short children, which is weird because I love Mega Man, and like
I
the guy
haven't heard
they
anything
come
like
back
that.
with in like the
Do you
first
have any
episode,
proof?
he's really cool. But yeah, just the show itself, I gotta like sit
Come
down
on
and watch
back when
it.
you do.
Just so that way, like, I am abreast on it. Gundam Thunderbolt, that was a good one.
Helpful?
All like
What,
however
like
many
bathtub
episodes.
stim
It was a
packs?
short run, I want to say. That was fun. I
That's
sadly
tough.
did enjoy Darling in the Franxx, or Darling in the Franxx XX, whatever you want to
We're
call
not
it.
moving as many
Right up
kills, not the
until
fiends are taken out.
episode. I think they should have ended it at like
Hey, look who it
16.
is
I think
bringing
it was
that
because I
good
think 16 is when they got back
karma
together,
around.
or when 02 and Hero
Look, kitty cat, me and Diane,
professed
we
things.
don't dig on that
Sorry, I
politics
realized I probably
stuff,
shouldn't
savvy?
spoil it,
We just
but
make
yeah.
the product and make it get to a good home.
Yeah, Darling in the
Sure,
Frown XX, that was a
Caesar's
good
a
one.
drag,
I
but
did
as long
enjoy
as
the
we got
start of
each
that.
other,
The end of
we
it,
don't
not
care
so
who the
much because it
top
got
dogs
kind of
roll with.
strange, but whatever. Let's see, other animes that I enjoy watching.
Dude, what a total haul. No way that's Kokoshishi. Yeah, okay. Me and
Darn.
Diane got your back.
There are
No
a
sweat.
lot of them. There's so many. I watch 5 or 6.
What do you
It seems
mean,
like every
helpful?
season,
My stuff
and I
already
don't.
makes people feel delicious.
It's just too hard to keep track of. And then there's like a bunch that I'll watch like 3 or 4 episodes, decide I don't really care for them, but
Oh,
I've
you're
watched
right.
enough
I
of
should
it
start
that
a
I
side
know what's
project
going on in
making
them, kind of,
meds
sort
to
of,
keep my aura clean.
which is cool. And it's really
Already on it. I whipped up
it's a
few
weird
stim
problem that I
packs
don't seem to
already.
have with
But
anything
if you've
else.
got any
Because
more
most other things that I
recipes,
sit down to
take
watch,
them.
I watch the whole thing, like start to finish. Like if I watch a normal TV show, I'll watch like an
Take it
entire
easy,
season of it. I
kitty
won't sit
cat.
down and watch 3 episodes and go, no, that's not good, or yeah, that was really good. Like there's a
What's up?
anime or a sci-fi show
Okay.
that I gotta watch called 12 Monkeys. It's a remake
Lead
from
the
an
way.
old movie about time travel and people trying to cure like a futuristic plague that goes back in time and this, that, and the other thing. I watched like 2 episodes way at the end of it because a buddy was watching them and I came over, or I walked in on him watching them and sat down and just kind of chilled my way through it. But yeah, that looked like a cool show that I'm going to have to go back and watch. It's called 12 Monkeys. I believe it was on the Sci-Fi Channel. It did look really sweet. It looked really awesome. If you are interested, you should go check it out, because I probably will too as well.